me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A house that brings the joy and laughter, and the ones you love inside. Some like the high road, I like the low road, free from the care and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes indeed, give me the simple life.
I don't believe in fretting and grieving. Why mess around with strife? I never was cut out to step and strut out. Give me the simple life. Some find it pleasant dining on pheasant. Those things roll off my knife. Just serve me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A house that rings with joy and laughter, and the ones you love inside. Some like the high road, I like the low road, free from the care and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes, indeedy, give me the simple life.
What's the matter? I thought you liked that song. What's eating you today? You know what? I'm going to take you to Sunday dinner at Jenny's. Frankfurters and beans.
I'm not hungry.
I said frankfurters and beans.
You're just going because you want to see Jenny.
Now, is that any way to talk? After me holding out the milk money just so as I could give you a treat? Well, what do you know? You're jealous. Must be terrible to be a woman, even when your size. Yeah, that's better.
I'd like to wear a diamond tiara just like a sultan's wife. I got my heart set to join the smart set. You take the simple life. It must be pleasant dining on pheasant using the proper knife. Don't like to make...
Good morning, Mr. Griffith.
Good morning, Ray.
Mr. Agrippa, that bench broke again last night. Now, you better get that fixed or you'll wind up with a lawsuit on your hands.
How can you get anything fixed these days? All the carpenters are working at defense plants.
Well, how about Mr. Peckett?
Who?
Henry Peckett, that old nut over on Elm Street. You know the guy that's been building that boat in his own backyard for the last 10 years?
Now, where'd you get off calling Henry Peckett a nut? He's not crazy. He's a dreamer.
Well, anybody that builds a sailboat 300 miles from the nearest water will do till a real nut comes along.
Just the same, he's the only person in this town who had the courage to do what he wanted to do.
What?
He wanted a boat, so he built a boat. Besides, what do you care as long as he fixes the bench?
I'll think about it. But people should be more careful before they hire anybody who builds a boat where there ain't no water.
Well, see you tomorrow, Jenny.
So long, Ray.
Bell-bottom trousers sailors do. Bell-bottom trousers blowing in the breeze. But if you please, he's never sailed the seas.
Henry Peckett.
Nella's gonna have a big plate of frankfurters and beans.
How about you?
Oh, I'm not hungry. I'll just have something to drink.
Glass of beer?
No, I'll just have this beer when I can.
You want to get married with her, don't you?
Well, supposing I did. I'm not saying. Just supposing. You like her, don't you?
We don't need anybody. And anyway, she won't.
Well, what makes you think so, Grandma?
She just won't. Her pa was a farmer, too.
Seems to me you're getting a lot of funny notions in your head since you've been sailing around on Mr. Peckett's yacht. Nothing wrong with being a farmer. Nothing wrong with the land. Just because I had a little bad luck here lately. Wish I had me a quarter section somewhere all to myself. I'd show people something. I'd have me a stand of corn or wheat by now, moving in the wind like a yellow river.
That's in China.
What?
Mr. Peckett says it's really yellow, account of the golden pebbles. I wish I were on an island. Mr. Peckett.
Mr. Peckett, Mr. Peckett. Hear you talk, you think that old man knows everything in the world. The only sailing he ever did was in the bottom of a beer keg.
Don't you say that. Why, Mr. Peckett's been everywhere. He's got medals and everything. He's better than an admiral.
Are you sure you won't have something?
No, I think I'll just play some music. Music is a feast for the soul. I read that in a book someplace.
Well, go ahead and play it if you want to. Play that one.
Oh, I know what to say.
Why don't you marry him before he wears out that record?
Marry him, a farmer? I've had to work ever since I was 10 years old. I've done my share. And when I get married, I want a home with all the trimmings.
I go to the movies, too.
But when your eyes meet mine, somehow I'm through.
You know, you can dance if you want to.
Sure.
I've never told you I do. I could tell it to you. I wish I could tell you what's in my heart, though I know what to say, I don't know how to start. I try and try again, time after time. You smile at me and then suddenly I'm speechless. I wish I could tell you those words divine, but when your eyes meet mine, somehow I'm through. My heart says I love you, and though I've never told you I do, I wish I could tell it
Thanks, Miss Jenny.
How you making out, honey? Did you eat the plate, too?
I just gave Tipsy a little taste.
Oh, sure, he's entitled to it. Do you want some more?
Oh, no. I mean, no, thank you.
Want to play the jukebox?
Thanks. Seems to me you could get her a dress for Sunday at least.
Oh, I was aiming to, Miss Jenny, but I've had a little hard luck out on the farm lately. I lost to Guernsey last week. Seems like I've had nothing but bad luck since Pa died.
Seems to me if the fella had any sense, he'd give up struggling with land and squeezing him dry. Get something else to do.
I have, Miss Jenny. I joined up.
You mean the Army?
No, Navy. Thought Nella'd like that better.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow night, 11 o'clock train. Miss Jenny, I was wondering, would you mind if I write you sometime?
I never said I would. So long as you don't address the envelope, ma'am. What about Nella? What's going to happen to her?
Oh, she'll be all right, I guess. I'm sending her to a cousin up at Ash Forks. Miss Jenny, I was thinking, well, when I come back...
Yes?
Well, things will likely be a lot different then. And, I was wondering if maybe...
If only you weren't so humble. If only you'd lift your eyes and look at me and say, you gotta love me, Jenny. You gotta.
If only I could say what I'm thinking. If only I could say, Jenny, darling, so you'd know how the meaning of my life is in the words. Oh, you'd have to love me then.
What's going on? Who's breaking up the joint?
Came down under my weight. I guess I'm too clumsy to even sit right.
I told you to have this booth fixed.
I'm sorry, Mr. Grip. I sure am. I'd fix it for you if I was going to be in town.
Oh, it isn't your fault, for heaven's sakes. Why do you have to apologize to him? He ought to buy you a new suit, that's what.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Jenny. I won't be needed for a while anyway.
Come on, Nella.
Wait a minute, Nella.
Thank you, Miss Jenny.
Oh, do you have to call me Miss all the time in front of people? It sounds so darn old-fashioned.
No, ma'am. I mean, yes, ma'am. I mean, I forgot to pay.
That'll be 20 cents.
Bye, Jenny.
Goodbye.
Here we are.
I'll be right back. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, Jeff.
Give me a half-fare ticket to Ash Forks, will you?
You're getting kind of big to be riding on half fare, Sonny.
We see she gets off all right. Her cousin Wilbur will be waiting for her.
I'll put her off before that if she gives me any trouble. Don't worry. I'll take care of her for you.
Swell.
When are you leaving, Jeff?
11 o'clock train tonight. Here you are, Nella. I guess you think I'm not much of a brother going away like this, but honest, I just had to go.
But Mr. Packett said you didn't have to. Farmers are deferred.
Sure, I know, but every time I saw a poster or a uniform, it just made me sick inside. I just had to.
It's an awfully big ocean. You might get lost. You might never come back.
Don't worry about that. I tell you what, if If I get in any trouble, I'll head straight for that island. You know, the one with the palm trees and the white sand.
Oh, you mean the island Mr. Peckett told me about?
That's the one.
Well, then I'll always know where to find you. Will you send me some white sand?
Sure I will. Nellie, you're the only kinfolks I got. I'm gonna miss you a lot.
I'm gonna miss you too, Jeff.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Good luck, Jeff.
Much obliged.
Don't forget to mime now. And wash regular.
And don't you forget the white sand. The white sand.
Will you bring me a bottle of beer, miss?
Big dope.
What?
Bottle of beer, please.
Oh.
Breaks his back all his young life pushing a plow. Now he'll go get himself shot full of holes somewhere.
Who?
Or drowned.
Oh, you mean Jeff?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Jenny. Well, it's a wonder you didn't call me Miss for once in your life.
Jenny.
What? What, Jeff?
I don't know. You're cold.
Oh, it's cold out. Aren't you cold without a coat?
No.
You ought to have gloves. Your hands will get chapped.
They're rough on your face, I mean.
I don't care. They're good hands.
Farmer's hands. Miss Jenny. I mean, Jenny. It's funny about us, isn't it?
Yes, everything's funny. Jeff, come back. Come back, Jeff. Come back.
Bell-bottom trousers, watching every mail. When will the Navy order him to sail? Bell-bottom trousers, how can he stay home when old Uncle Sam needs ships to roam the foam? Isn't this insane? How can he sail a highway up in Maine? Bell-bottom trousers loves to navigate. Why do they tell him he should vegetate? Set for mighty deeds. All that he needs is a package full of seeds.
Fiddle faddle.
What's the matter now?
I guess I don't want my ship.
Who?
The Navy.
Henry Peckett. You know as well as I do you couldn't get this fool thing across Larkin's swimming hole without tying a pair of water wings to the mast. I know somebody who does want it, though.
Who?
Mr. Agrippa said he'd give you $50 for it.
$50?
That's what he said. I ran into him at Mr. Vaux's market. He came in for some hamburger.
Hamburger?
Yes. Don't keep repeating everything I say. He wants to put it up on Main next to the Bonton, catch the theater crowd.
Catch a... What for?
Hamburger stand.
Hamburger stand?
There you go, repeating again. It all came to him in a dream, Mr. Agrippa said.
Well, he can keep my ship out of his dreams.
Well, if you ask me, you could do worse. Oh, you're to go over to his place tomorrow morning. He wants you to fix some booths.
Booths?
Booths. You might try to tend to business for a change and make them look like booths instead of ferry boats or something.
Hamburger stand.
I'm not allowed to tell you the name of the ship I'm on, or where we're going, or where we've been. But all I can say is it's a mighty big ocean and a mighty big ship. The ship's a fine thing any way you look at it. Clean and fine. And I guess I can understand better how a man can go daft about it, like Mr. Peckett. He doesn't seem so foolish to me now.
Peckett.
Oh, Jenny.
See, have yourself a real job this time. You know, I've been after Mr. Agrippa to fix those booths for 6 months.
Yeah, I guess help must be getting pretty scarce around here. Him sending for me.
Now, don't you say that. There's folks around here think you're a mighty fine carpenter.
That's so? Can't think who that might be.
Well, me for one. And Nella Cairns for another.
Yes, I guess Nella'd think so.
I was thinking maybe I'd take some Sunday off and go visit her.
Thought about that myself. I don't know. Might make things kind of hard for her if she was getting used to things again at her cousin's.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I guess you miss her a lot, don't you?
Well, things don't seem the same somehow.
Oh, look, I'd like to run in town for a little while to get some wool. I want to make Jeff a sweater. It must get awfully cold nights on the ocean.
Yes, it does. Mighty cold. I remember one time trying to make port at Vladivostok. The ice was... I guess you think I'm just an old fool.
No, I think you're sweet. Well, Carl ought to be along any minute now.
Yeah, you run along. I'll manage all right by myself.
Nobody ever comes in until afternoon anyway.
Uh-huh.
It's that booth back there in the corner.
Yeah, well, I'll have that fixed in a jiffy. For the races are waving to you and to me, as off to the southward we go. As off to the southward we go. Sing less surely, heave less surely, oh. For gold that we prize and sunnier skies, away to the southward we go. Away to the southward we go. Sing my Nella.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Shh. I ran away.
Run away.
Life had become unbearable. I was desperate. I have to blow my nose.
How did you get here?
A man brought me on a truck. He brought me some oranges. He was nice.
Nella, you can't just run away like that.
I didn't just. I've been planning our escape for years. Can I stay with you on the boat?
You can't do that. Your cousin, why, he'd have the law on me.
But you said there was a special law on boats. Anyway, he doesn't want me. He hates Tipsy. He locked me up. He beat me. Well, anyway, I don't like him. He's mean. I wouldn't be any bother, Mr. Peckett. Honest, I wouldn't. I'd keep house for you just like I did for Jeff. Can I stay? Oh, please, Mr. Peckett, can I stay?
Well, I'll see if I can figure out some way.
Hello?
Hello, Jenny? Nella's here. She's run away from her cousins.
Well, what do you know? Well, she can stay over at my place until we get things settled.
Do you think you could bring something over for tonight?
Sure, I'll bring something. And I'll get away early. All right, bye. Maybe I oughtn't smoke.
Maybe we'd better wake her up and put her to bed.
Nella. Nella. She looks happy, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's funny. Jeff was saying in his letter the other day...
Jenny?
Yes?
Did you get a letter?
Yes, I got a long one.
I got a letter. Mine was a government one.
Jeff's missing.
You don't have to worry, Jenny. He'll come back. He'll just go to the island and wait for us, like he said. Remember? Our island was white sand. Oh, no.
Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Edna. What's the matter with you?
Fine goings on right under your nose.
What are you talking about?
That Henry Peckett. Do you know what he is? Do you know what that boat is?
I know what it is, but I can't just find the name for it.
This is no joking matter, Sarah. Your Henry Peckett was entertaining some town woman on that boat until all hours.
Well, you're out of your mind. What on earth are you talking about?
I know what I'm talking about. I heard him. With my very own eyes, I saw him stagger off of that boat this morning at 5 o'clock.
He was going to work. He got a job at Mr. Agrippa's.
It's a likely story. He was by here yesterday at 3 o'clock roaring drunk. He's probably out this very minute cavorting.
Fiddlesticks. I don't believe a word of it.
Well, all right, Sarah. Do you want to harbor a scandal in your own yard? It's none of my affair. I was just telling you for your own good.
I'm sure of that. And for your own good, you ought to burn that dust cap. You look like Bibsy's baby. Mr. Agrippa, you still want that boat?
Sure, I told you that...
Meet me in Attorney Praddle's office in a half an hour.
How soon will you be able to move her?
We'll tow her away in the morning.
Have to leave her here tonight. New coat of paint and all. Right out in front of the theater. Like catching flies with honey. And comes the time business ain't so good, we'll just tow her down to the pool hall. Put up a few signs, 3 cushions special, and like that. business is booming again. See what I mean? Enterprise. Can't wait to see it up on Main Street.
All I want to see is Henry Peckett's face when he reads that notice.
Not very.
What are you girls doing out in this rain?
Well, we have to find another place to live. Miss Cruz says she doesn't want to have any wild Indians and dogs tearing up her place.
What are you going to do?
Well, I guess we'll have to stay here tonight.
Well, I guess it'll be all right. Just for tonight. I'd better give her up in the morning.
Give her up? What do you mean?
She's sold.
So?
They put wheels under her. But I borrowed a camera and took a picture. A picture of her in full sail.
She sure looks pretty.
They figure on turning her into a hamburger stand.
Oh, no.
I can't understand it. I just can't understand Sarah selling my boat for money. Nella, don't.
I'm nothing but trouble. Trouble.
Nella, you had nothing to do with this, and I don't mind so very much. Really.
I don't mind either. But you look so sad.
The glass is falling. Kids can't see the bad side long. Maybe that's because they see better. Truer.
Maybe. Maybe it's because they just don't know enough. How the bad comes in and eats your heart away little by little, till there's nothing left but aching and loneliness.
Maybe that's because they've got faith.
Faith? I don't know what that is anymore. Things coming to pieces every place you look.
Yeah. I guess it's just a sort of way of looking at things. Her way.
Like the way she's sure Jeff has gone to your island. All we have to do is sail the boat over there and pick him up.
I don't know, but some folks say if you just keep believing the thing hard enough, it comes true. Maybe so. Maybe that's a true way of seeing things.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just a way of being blind, kidding yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean you. I guess I'm feeling pretty discouraged.
I know.
see. We're moving. We're sailing. Oh, Nella! Jenny! We're moving. We're sailing. Are we going to look for Jeff? We're going to help Mr. Pecker keep his boat. Oh, well, you're getting all wet. Look out!
Runner up on a reef first day out.
Never mind, you did nobly. Why, an admiral couldn't have done any better on that curve. Where do you think we are?
Wouldn't like to say till I make my reckoning. Gale must have blown us miles off our course.
We're in a hayfield. I thought we were really wrecked on the ocean.
Yeah, I guess you'll be one to catch the first bus back to Pinedale.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. First thing we got to do is to find somebody to pull us out of here.
Come on, Nella, we'll go ask if they'll give us a tow.
What happened? Have you been marooned out there since the last flood?
No, we were blown in there last night by a gale.
Yeah, it was quite a storm. I like nature myself, but not all at one time, like a 14-inch broadside. Hey, where'd you get those laterals, young lady? You're too old to be sporting milk teeth. Why don't you let me pop them out for you? Have them out in 2 shakes.
Could you give us a hand? We're stuck.
Yeah, sure thing.
Ahoy there! We ran aground. Wind's tricky in these latitudes.
You leave it to me. I'll have you out of there in a jiffy.
Gee, thanks, mister. Thanks a lot.
Take it easy now.
Yeah, watch out.
All right.
Watch out.
Gee, I'm sorry. Must have been loose.
Oh, that's all right. I can have the rudder back up there in half an hour.
Can I help you?
You certainly can. Could you give us a tow?
You bet.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Wonder how far it is to the nearest river, lake, or creek.
I wouldn't know until I took a look at my charts. Well, I guess this is goodbye for now. Goodbye, Nella.
Why can't we go on and look for Jeff? Why do we have to go back?
Because I have to do the right thing, honey.
Yeah, that's right, Nella. Guess I ain't much. You got to have somebody steady to look after you. Goodbye, Nella. Bye, Jenny. Thanks for everything.
So long, Captain. Goodbye, Mr. Williams.
Bye.
I'll be sending you some picture postcards sometime.
You ready to go, Captain?
Just wait till I get back to tell her. 2 short blasts to go ahead, 1 long blast to stop.
All right.
Goodbye!
Goodbye. Bye. Oh, what's wrong with us? Do you want to go back to Pinedale?
No!
Well, neither do I. Come on. Wait, Mr. Peckett!
Hold it!
Wait!
What's the matter?
We've decided to go with you.
Good!
Nella, you ride up with Captain Peckett, and I'll go up front with Mr. Fixit.
Here, let me take your things.
be careful up there. I don't think his brakes will be very good.
Yep, medical discharge. I'm allergic.
Oh, really? What are you allergic to?
Oh, practically everything. Sunlight, dust, water, seaweed, food, CPOs, everything. I'm the sensitive type.
Were you a dentist in the Navy, too?
Pharmacist mate. Did a little drilling on Lieutenant JG once aboard ship. Emergency. That was fun. Didn't get to finish the job, though.
Why? Were you attacked?
Nope, he just got me transferred to the boiler room.
What's that?
Don't worry about that. Low-grade gas you get these days.
Why does it have to be pulled? It's a sailboat. It can sail.
She. You never say it about a ship.
Well, then, why does she have to be pulled?
Best ships have to be nosed along sometimes. This is a portage.
Portage. What's a portage?
Well, it's mostly for explorers. Place where you have to portage your ship before the sheriff does.
Run this thing on kerosene if I have to.
You and Mr. Peckett will get along just fine. Doesn't anything ever worry you?
Anything. Everything worries me. I'm a nervous wreck. I just don't show it, that's all. Take teeth, for instance.
What?
That's a beautiful set of dentures you got there. You don't often see teeth like that. I'm in the profession. I should know. Well, what's going to happen? Soft foods, late hours, nervous tension. Another 30 years or so and they'll start to go. You wait and see.
Well, isn't there something I can do about it, Doctor? I mean, maybe if you settle down somewhere and practice.
Nope, too restless. That's why I bought this outfit. Besides, I'm not a regular DDS.
Oh, no?
Nope, I'm a DDS WD.
WD?
Without diploma. How much to get across?
Well, now, I don't know. This first one of them's come through here. Let me see. Tain't a sled, tain't a hand barrow. Now, if it was an ambulance, I could let it go free. Well, I guess it's just a vehicle. That'll be $1.10 for the flivver.
It's a lot of money for just crossing a creek.
Creek or no creek, that's the rate. Take it or leave it.
$1.10, that's about 10% of our inventory. We could get across the George Washington Bridge for less.
We're not at the George Washington Bridge.
I think we better have a conference with the captain.
I think we better get across.
Okay.
Moody, huh?
What's amiss?
I think we're out of gas.
You'll have to get her out of here. People want to get across this bridge.
Hey, what's going on here?
We're out of gas.
Well, you got to do something with her.
What is this, a regatta? Launch that thing, will you?
Look, she's a ship, isn't she? This is a river, isn't it? Why not launch her?
Well, I haven't caught her in quite some time. Don't seem quite fair to the ship.
It's fate, Captain. Take a chance. Win, lose, or draw.
Come on, Grandpa. Make up your mind. We ain't got all day.
We'll launch her. Win, lose, or draw.
Come on, boys. Give us a hand.
Come on, Ellen.
Come on. Bring her down.
Everybody get astern. Now, boys, drop that line. Ready? Now give her one big heave. Heave ho!
What did you think it was going to do?
Hey, how far are you going?
I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Could you lend us a can opener? We're gonna have supper on the boat.
Sure. There you are.
Gee, thanks. Oh, and Howard, we'll call you when supper's ready.
All right, Nella.
I guess this is the big day for her.
Yeah, you know how it is with kids and boats. Say, I was wondering...
Yeah, I used to dream about going to sea myself once upon a time.
Look, you wouldn't have a quart of gas or so you could let me have so I could be on my way. You can keep that $1.10 we gave you for not crossing your bridge.
Yeah. Guess I can let you have a gallon.
Thanks. You know how it is with gas these days.
Here's your can opener.
Thanks, honey.
What are we having for supper?
Peas and beans.
And coffee?
And coffee. I think there's enough left. Say, by the looks of things, if we're going to make a trip...
Cruise.
Cruise. We'll need some supplies.
Oh, don't worry. We'll put him at the first port.
Okay. Will you two get up on deck now and I'll set the table for supper?
Come on, Nella. We'll figure out how far it is to the first port.
Where do you think we are?
I can't tell till I check my charts.
Ahoy there!
Hi.
Hi. Well, guess I'll be on my way. Great little guy, that gatekeeper. Fixed me up with a gallon of gas. You're not going to start out before morning, are you?
I wasn't figuring to. We got to look over my charts. You know, set a course.
Good idea. Get a fresh start bright and early in the morning. Well, guess I'll be moving along.
Aren't you going to stay? I mean, have supper with us?
No, don't figure on me. I have to... Oh, the night air near the water. Bad for me. Well, so long.
Goodbye, Howard. Thanks for everything you've done.
Forget it, Captain. Bye, Nella. Be a good girl.
Bye, Howard.
Bye, Jenny.
Goodbye. How do you like that? That's a dentist for you.
He never graduated.
He seemed such a polite young man.
Ahoy, mates!
Ahoy! Jenny, Nella, Howard's back.
Hi, Howard.
Midshipman Williams reporting, Captain. Cargo coming aboard. Morning, Jenny. Nella.
Hi, Howard.
Here, put these below, will you?
Sure.
Come on, give her a hand. Don't worry, it's all paid for. Here, this is for the christening. We want everything to be proper.
What should I do?
Well, you strike it across the bow and say... Let's see, she's got a name already, hasn't she? Well, say Bon Voyage or something.
Bon Voyage?
Come on, Nella, let's christen her.
Go ahead, Howard.
You have to do it like you meant it.
Oh. Bon voyage or something.
We'll have to replace this divot.
Sailing, sailing over the bounding main, for many a stormy wind shall blow where Jack comes home again. Sailing, sailing over the bounding main, for many a stormy wind shall blow where Jack comes home again.
Hey, you're floating away.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you're coming with us?
Can't think of anything else I'd rather do.
Well, what about your truck? Did you trade your truck for all those supplies?
Grinding knives, that's not for a man of my talents.
But what about your equipment? Your precious dental tools?
Oh, I kept those.
Belay there! Prepared to take soundings.
You take soundings. I'm gonna go below and take an aspirin. And fix us some breakfast. We're crazy, you know it?
Sure.
Some find it pleasant, dining on pheasant. Those things roll off my knife. Just serve me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A house that rings with joy and laughter, and the folks you love inside. Some like the high road, I like the low road, free from the care and strife. Sounds corny and seedy, but yes, indeedy, give me the simple life.
Nella's asleep. Had to show her everything in my dental kit first. A great kid, some imagination. Do you know what she told me? She said Mr. Peckett was going to sail this ship right out into the Pacific and find her brother. She got a brother?
Yes, he was in the Navy. He's missing.
Oh, fool him. Poor kid. Hey, you can't let her go on thinking. Look, kids are funny. They start thinking something and pretty soon...
I know.
Did I say anything?
No. Oh, I guess you've had your dreams, too.
What did you say?
Oh, skip it.
Jenny, You know something? I just realized that I haven't sneezed once since we started. Jenny.
Yes, Howard?
I was just thinking, do you know how many bones there are in the human head?
No.
22.
You don't say. Well, you'd hardly think there'd be room for a brain, too.
Well, that's not counting the teeth. There are 32 of those, including the wisdom teeth, which generally decay. Maybe you don't realize it, but a fine set of molars is a rare thing. Jenny, do you think well, maybe I oughtn't to ask you this after all. I don't know how you feel about me, and...
I feel fine about you. How do you feel?
Well, I was just wondering if you'd let me examine your teeth someday.
What? Are you sure you feel all right, Howard?
There's lots to learn about teeth, Jenny. You'd be surprised. What, do you know there are fewer people with a perfect dental arch than there are with perfect features or a perfect bust? I always figured that someday I'd meet a girl with a perfect set of 12-year molars. It's kind of an ideal, I guess. And when I did...
Yes, Howard?
Well, I'd ask her if I could take an impression of them. I'd like to carry it around with me.
You probably will. In your neck.
Looks like we're coming to a lake or a bay or something.
Will it have a name like an ocean?
Of course, everything on the water's got a name, even a landlubber.
What's it called?
Can't tell till I get out my charts. Might be Great South Bay or Fundy or maybe Chesapeake Bay.
It's a beautiful bay.
Yes, it is. Of course, it's not like some bays I've seen, but it's a fine bay, no question.
Mr. Peckett, when are we coming to the island?
Nella, I think it's time we had a little talk about that. You're getting to be a big girl now. You can understand things.
Better hoist all our sails, Skipper.
Here, Nella, take the tiller. Like he was coming alongside.
Well, what is this? America's secret weapon?
This is Sarah Mar, sir, out of Pinedale, bound for southern waters.
Where are your running lights? Your boat number, your permit?
You see,
Don't you know it's a federal offense to sail these waters in wartime without a permit? What's your business?
I'm a builder of boats, sir.
Mm-hmm. Carrying any cargo?
Nothing but provisions, sir.
Are you from the Navy?
No, Coast Guard, miss. Let's have a look at your draft registration. Discharged, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Where are you bound for?
Well,
we're going to the island.
Island? What island?
The island with the palm trees and the white sand. My brother Jeffy's waiting for us there.
There's no island like that around here.
I suppose you know more than Mr. Peckett. He knows where the island is.
Where are your ship's papers?
Well, sir, I've got, They're below, sir.
Oh.
If you'll be kind enough to follow me. Nella, you look after the tiller.
Well, I guess this is the end of our voyage.
What do you think he'll do with us?
Probably tow us to the nearest port.
No, he will not. Because Mr. Peckett's got lots of papers. And he knows where we're going. And anyway, we don't need any lights to find the way.
Oh, Nella, why
Now, don't forget those running lights. And you better pick up a boat number at your first port of call. I wouldn't worry too much about Jeff. That's a pretty good Navy we've got out there in the Pacific. Well, good luck. Oh, when you tie her up, you better cork up those seams. She's beginning to leak a little. So long.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks a lot.
So long.
Say, what happened down there?
Nothing happened. I was just telling that youngster about a few of the inlets, bays, coves, reefs, rivers, and islands that he'd never even heard about.
See? Mr. Peckett knows more about the ocean than anybody.
Where's Nella?
Gone for a walk with Howard. He's going to talk to her about Jeff. I elected him to be the executioner.
It's a mean job. But I guess it'll be easy for him. I think I'll go for a walk, too. Stretch my legs. maybe send Sarah a postcard.
All right, give me a chance to clean ship.
Yeah, but you don't want to get her too clean. We don't want her looking like a blooming yacht.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. This is a mop, not a magic wand. You might see if you can pick up some running lights. Here. Oh, go on, take it. We don't want to have any more interviews with the Coast Guard.
Free and we're bound for sea. Heave away cheerily. Oh, the lassies are waving to you and to me as off to the southward we go. Then sing my lads cheerily, heave my lads cheerily, sing my lads cheerily. Oh, you got her shined up real pretty.
Did you get the running lights?
I couldn't seem to find any, but there was this parrot.
Oh, that's fine. Now, what are we supposed to do for running lights? Hang this moth-eaten auk over the side so we can blink at the water police when they come along?
He's a remarkable bird, Jenny. Quotes poetry, Shakespeare. Man on him used to be an actor. I was thinking it might, it might cheer Nella up a bit to have a parrot aboard after what Hart had to tell her.
Oh, Mr. Peckett, I don't know what to say. You're supposed to be the captain of this expedition, not the problem child.
We were at the movies. We had ice cream. We saw Joel McRae. He looks just like Jeff. He was a sailor, too, and he sank all the Japanese, and then they saved him. Ooh, a green bird.
Did you tell her? Why not?
Well, there was this picture, and I thought I'd take her in, win her confidence, and...
Well?
Well, I won her confidence, but I couldn't get a word in edgeways. All the way home, she kept talking about the picture.
Oh, you men, you're all alike.
Here, you feed him some of these. That'll loosen him up.
I want a cracker.
Shakespeare.
I want a cracker.
It's getting awfully shallow.
Nothing unusual for these latitudes. Might see if you can tighten that jumper stage, Jenny. Liable to snap the mast clean out of her one of these days.
Okay, Captain. Aye, aye, sir.
Great girl. She is that. Great sailor, too.
I haven't got much water.
Are we getting there soon?
Making headway. I wish we had just a mite more leeway.
Are you afraid?
Of course not. Who wants to be afraid?
I felt something in here.
I guess we must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. We'd better put about.
That's what I was thinking.
We can't turn here. Got to go further up. Might get wider. If I just had a little more leeway.
Watch your rudder if you want to clear these trees.
To the right, Captain. More.
What's the matter?
We're stuck in the mud.
Yeah, we're stuck.
Wind southerly, too. We'll pull her off. I'll give you a hand. All right.
Here, Captain, take it here.
Captain?
All together now.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh, we're really stuck.
If we could only get somebody to shove us off.
I'll give you a shove.
Good, that'll help.
All right. Here, you take the pole. All right, all together now. All right?
No.
Heave.
Oh. Howard!
I was thinking. Hold your hand, will you?
All right, pull.
Oh!
All right. That boy. Now you can.
Oh, look at you. Isn't that a shame?
Well, took the shine out of my pants.
You better go below and change.
Okay, Jenny.
Huh. We've hit the dollroom. On the mud, hard and fast.
Well, maybe the tide will come in and wash us off.
Don't have any tide in here? I don't think. Well, we'll have to sit tight for a while.
We'll sit tight then.
Something on your mind, Jenny?
No, I was just thinking. I could have made Jeff happy. A year, a month, an hour even, before he went away to get himself. Now I was waiting for someone with an ermine coat over his arm and Pullman ticket to paradise.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. We've all got some of that in our system.
Maybe. It's all right when you're Nella's age, but you're supposed to grow up sometime. I found out something, Mr. Peckett. There's only one way for a girl to be rich and glamorous, really. The way Jeff made a movie star out of me every time he walked in the place. I was too dumb to appreciate it until it was too late.
Remember what we talked about a long time ago? Believing. Believing something so hard that you can
You think I don't want to? You think I don't lie awake nights believing and believing until I can taste the dark in my throat? This could be the end of us here, I suppose.
Oh, we're not that far off the beaten track.
Funnier things have happened. It's a great, big, busy world. Howard's getting moony. It seems I'm his ideal. I've a perfect set of 12-year molars.
He's a nice boy, Howard.
Yes, he is. He's odd, but he has a lot of charm.
I think he's in love with you, Jenny.
He has a funny way of showing it, poking around in my mouth with the little mirror. I guess maybe he is.
How about you?
Oh, no. I'm too full of loving Jeff and missing him to even think of anyone else. But, well, maybe you won't understand this, Mr. Peckett. You're old and... Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean that. What I mean is, well, there's something else than love in the world. There's not being lonely all the time. It gets so bad sometimes you think almost anything would be better. You want to reach out in the dark and find a pair of arms waiting to hold you. Not just emptiness. Someone wanting you, needing you. Something to make you feel like a woman again, not just... Oh, I don't know.
You're a good girl, Jenny. Whatever you do, no one can ever say you're not a good girl. Even an old man can understand that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, honest. It's just that I'm so upset these days, I hardly know what I'm saying half the time. Oh, Mr. Peckett, I'm so miserable and scared. I wish Jeff were back. I wish he were back.
Well, it's our last cup of coffee on the boat.
It's not good for us anyway.
Listen.
That's a plane. It's
It's a plane!
They'll see us.
I hope somebody sees us soon. This is no joke. No, if they had, they would have circled.
They saw us. They'll come back.
I hope they don't. I want to go to the island. I want to find Jeff.
Now I want to tell you about Jeff.
Later. Let's go finish breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. Win, lose, or draw.
All right.
Nella's gone. Nella! Nella!
Well, she couldn't have fallen overboard.
Nella! She's gone ashore. We'll have to go and look for her.
I'll come along and help you.
No, you stay there and keep ringing that bell so we can find our way back.
Jenny! Howard! Mr. Packett!
Nella! Nella!
Nella, be careful.
Oh, Nella, don't ever do that again.
That swamp, Nella, you take a wrong step and you disappear like that.
That's only if you have civilized feet. You have to have eyes in your feet. That's what he said.
He?
He showed me.
Who showed you?
Where have you been?
I've been visiting. Look!
Peanut!
Peanut.
Where'd you get them?
He gave them to me. He's got lots and lots.
What do you mean?
Who's he?
Robinson Crusoe. He doesn't like people.
Who? Oh, Robinson Crusoe.
He says they're stupid.
Huh?
Well, what about him? Isn't he people?
Yes, but he's different. He doesn't read newspapers or join clubs.
What?
He says when you get old, you start joining things, and you get fat and talk too much. He just likes young people. He called me Rima, the bird girl. I've got to go now. I've got to think about things.
Bird girl. Wonder where she got that.
Same place you got a lot of other things, I guess.
Well, at least the weather's fine. You've got to admit that.
Nella asleep?
I don't know. She's pretty keyed up. Now that she's seen Crusoe, she's sure her brother will be popping up behind a bush any day.
I'm glad. It's a sorry thing to see faith go out of a child's eyes.
I have to keep an eye on her from now on, though. With that imagination, she's liable to walk right through the looking glass one day and just disappear. Peanut? Wish she'd imagine us some pork and beans.
Maybe she will. A child's faith is a wonderful thing.
Hiya, Joe.
Charlie running extra again.
Yeah.
Jeff! Jeff Collins! Jeff Collins! The paper said you were missing.
No, Joe, I just got a bum kick out of it. I'm okay. I'll see you tomorrow, huh?
Good luck, Jeff.
Nella, Jenny, and I having a wonderful time. Wish you were here. Henry Packard. Greetings from Valparaiso. I love my wife, but oh, you kid.
I got that postcard last week. Imagine that tub in the water. They're probably all drowned by now. It's my fault. I drove poor Henry to it. What are you going to do?
There's nothing to do, except go after him. Right now.
I'm coming with you.
Greetings from Valparaiso. I love my wife, but oh, you kid. I can't make head or tail of this. And you, Coles, you let this craft go on without a permit and without reporting it.
Yes, sir. Well, the circumstances seemed rather special, sir, and, well, I couldn't see any harm in...
Oh, you couldn't? Well, I'll try and explain it to you later, along with the bees and the flowers. Hello. Send out a general search order for wait a minute. What is it, a sloop or a yawl or a...
It's a dream, Your Honor.
Madam, I cannot send my planes after a dream. Has it got a name, at least?
Yes, sir. The Sarah March. Henry named it after me, in my honor. And I'm proud of it. Whatever you think.
Hello. Its name is the Sarah March. I can't find out whether it's a battleship or a canoe, but see if you can find it, will you? Yes. No, I have no idea.
Are you sure you can find the place?
I know exactly where it is.
The Wizard of Oz is fun because of the wonderful things he does. The wonderful things that he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a wiz there was. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Well, it looks nice, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Boo! Mr. Crusoe, have you seen my brother yet?
Look here, Rima, my little bird girl. I'm not Mr. Crusoe. I told you I'm Peter Pan, the little boy who never grew up. And I'm not your brother's keeper. Understand? Why don't you go home and take this chicken with you? This is no place for a picnic.
Picnic? Listen, mister, we're hungry. We're lost. We're destitute.
I'm stupid.
Look, no fooling. We're starving.
Excellent. Soon you will be dead. Then these days will no longer be hideous with your caterwaulings. Peace will return to these shawls and eternity breathe again. Let that be a lesson to you. Don't bring your blasted civilization where it's not wanted.
Look, you're making a big mistake. We've got a pinochle egg.
Pinochle? No.
We've also got a parrot that hiccups and quotes Shakespeare.
It may interest you to know that I also hiccup and quote Shakespeare. Good day.
Wait a minute. Open your mouth. You ought to do something about those gums of yours. I'm a dentist. I could give you some professional advice.
You're hungry. You're destitute. You're lost. Come with me.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, a wizard of Wiz, if ever a wiz there was. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
First Nella, now both of them.
Don't worry. Nella's with them. They'll be all right.
Oh.
That's him now.
Hi there.
We were worried about you.
Wait till you see what we've got.
Well, where'd you get these?
Robinson Crusoe.
You mean somebody actually lives out there?
Yup, used to be a botany professor at a girls' school. Got tired having his pants pressed every day.
His pants?
Yep, that's what he said.
Did you ask him where we are?
Yeah, he said he didn't know and he didn't care. He's a little nuts. Here, take a look at the size of a swamp cabbage. He's got a regular farm out there, underwater.
Never saw anything like this before.
Well, that's an experiment. Cross between a peanut and a cucumber. I think that's what he said.
Sure looks funny.
Well, anyway, it's food. I made a deal with him. He's going to keep us supplied in groceries, and I'm going to fit him an upper plate. Got to get my tools.
That's an underwater cauliflower, and the flowers smell like violets.
They do.
We crisscrossed section 12-8-15 and not a trace of them anywhere.
Well, if you don't locate them by tomorrow, we'll call the whole thing off. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
We've got more to do with the taxpayers' money than to go on a wild goose chase looking for a dream.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
If I just had the right equipment, I could get you a real cosmetic effect out of these dentures.
It is not my intention to dazzle the local inhabitants, Mr. Williams, merely to chew them thoroughly.
Aren't they beautiful? Open your mouth. Come on, a little wider. A little wider. There you are. How do they feel?
It interferes with my articulation.
You'll get used to them. Now for the lowers. There. How's that?
Professor, is this really cross between a peanut and a cucumber?
Yes. That was one of my most difficult experiments. Now I'm working on a cross between rhubarb and celery.
What do you expect to get?
Jungle spinach.
That plane, they must have seen us.
They've come for us. They found us. Jenny, give me a hand with these things.
You bet.
Now I won't be able to find Jeff.
Well, Nella, don't you know what this means? Movies again. Ice cream sodas. I can have my hair shampooed.
Motorboats, ice cream sodas, shampoos, crowds, civilization. You're the cause of all this, bringing all these people here. Get off my place. Get off my plantation. Digarnio.
Come on, Nella.
Goodbye, Professor.
Hurry up.
Motorboats, ice cream sodas, shampoos.
Hurry, Nella.
Goodbye, Mr. Crusoe.
Goodbye, Rima, my little bird girl.
Don't forget to keep them in a glass of water at night.
Civilization. Keep them in water. I'll keep them in water.
Am I glad to see you again?
I've got a bench warrant for your arrest. Failing to register, operating without a license, cruising without a permit.
What's wrong, Nella? Are you tired?
I want to see Mr. Peckett.
Well, come on. That's where we're going.
Is Mr. Peckett going away, too?
Well, Nella, it's not a question of going away. We're going back. We're being rescued. Don't you understand?
But we came to find Jeff. Mr. Peckett.
Oh, Nella, Jeff was never anywhere within 10,000 miles of here. I told you that.
He said he would come. Mr. Peckett knows. We've just got to wait.
Oh, Nella, for heaven's sakes, Jeff isn't coming here. He can't come here. This isn't the island. Why, this isn't an island at all. Do you see a beach around anywhere? Any sand? Do you?
He isn't dead. He isn't. You want me to say he is, but I won't. I won't. I'm going to stay and wait for Jeff, even if you and Mr. Peckett and everybody leave.
Nella, come back
here.
here.
Come back here, Nella. Nella.
Nella.
Nella. Nella.
baby.
To take me away. I told them you were here. I knew. Jenny! We found him! Howard! We found Jeff, just like Mr. Peckett said.
What's the matter, Jenny? Don't you recognize me?
I've been thinking about you so hard. Oh, Jeff, you were limping.
It was nothing. Just a name.
Oh, Jeff, I was so scared.
I was too.
You may sit down. Are you Mr. Peckett?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Peckett, I'm at a loss to account for your actions. Don't you know that this is a time of war? A time of heavy responsibility for all our men? Do you realize what this little odyssey of yours has cost us in time and money?
May I say something, sir?
You may not. Coles, I'm going to have you court-martialed within an inch of your life. And as for you, sir, if I had my way, you'd spend the next few months in jail, thinking over the obligations of a citizen to his country.
You stop! You're just jealous because Mr. Peckett found Jeff when you and your old Coast Guard couldn't. Mr. Peckett's the best sailor in the whole world. He knew Jeff was on that island all the time, and that's more than you did.
Well,
pardon me, sir.
Oh, I see. Well, of course, that puts rather a different complexion on the case. Young lady, it seems that I've been misinformed as to the exact nature of your expedition. And it also appears that I owe Captain Peckett an apology. Captain, if you will do me the honor to join us at Officers' Mess this evening, you and your crew, I shall be pleased on behalf of the Coast Guard to honor you as you deserve. And now I have a few messages that I should like to read. Headquarters, Pearl Harbor. My dear Captain Peckett, word of your exploit in rescuing one of my most valuable men, Jeff Cairns, has just reached me in the midst of battle. I cannot refrain from telling you of my pleasure in receiving this news. Your courage, your simplicity and goodness, your unswerving belief in the rightness of a child's heart, all these uphold the highest traditions of American seamanship. Yours in admiration, William F. Halsey, Admiral, United States Navy. Henry Peckett, Esquire. The British Commonwealth, on this felicitous occasion, extends greetings and congratulations to a gallant ally. We are proud of you. Signed, Anthony Eden, for His Majesty's government. Henry Peckett, comrade. We in the Kremlin are proud of you, too. Signed, Joe V. Stalin. I guess that's the last of them. Orderly.
Can I have those letters to save?
Well, no, I'm afraid not. You see, these are official documents. Orderly, take these back to the archives under special guard.
Yes, sir.
And now, I think we should honor the gallant little lady who inspired this enchanted voyage. Will you rise, please, gentlemen? I'm going to ask you to salute Miss Nella Cairns. Her unwavering faith stood fast against...
It wavered once.
Fretting or grieving, why mess around with strife? Sounds corny.